Today we're checking out a teacher planner. Hi everyone, welcome to Talk and Chalk. I'm Beck and today I'm going to give you a much shorter video than the video I gave you last time. This is the second video that I've made now in the back to school series for 2019. Yes, I've already written that date a couple of times and had to change the 8 to a 9. First world problems, right? So what I decided to do for this video is because there's lots of conversation out there with people saying, what's the best teacher planner? What are you all using? Show me pictures. I thought I'd show you what I'm using this year, and it's from the same company that we used at my school last year. So my school paid for all of our staff to have the same teacher planner, and other admin staff and everyone use these planners as well. So it's from Createl, and I want to be upfront and saying this is not a paid promotion. Createl have no idea that I'm doing this, and I'm not here to diss them or anything like that. I'm going to be very open and honest about the things that I like and the things that I probably wouldn't use in there. And so I'm just going to take you through what the planner looks like, an example of where I've put some notes in there, and you know, up to you if you decide you want to go for it. So let's have a look at what the planner looks like. This is the teacher planner from Createl Publishing. It comes with 2 bookmarks, which I like because it means you can just keep everything on your daily timetable as well as any important spots that you need kept. I've just covered them up, but up here is the school logo, so you can get this personalized. We have photos of our students with students that have permission to publish, but I'm just not going to show them today, the year. And then you get to pick the color that goes with this. So last year we had blue, this year we're going with this green. I'm going to flip over, so if you need to reorder, that's our code. I'll show you the price at the end, and this is the primary planner. So if you get the secondary one, it has all the secondary language, but I'll show you what this looks like anyway because it's just going to give you some good detail. So opening into it, I'm going to skip the first page because it's got my personal details in there, but when you go in, it's got all of our holidays, national and state, and I've just marked my own, and the school terms that are in there. So over here you've got an overview of the calendar for the year and a 2021 if you want to look ahead, and contact pages as well, so you can put down emails, phone numbers for whoever that you need. And then this is an overview of special events. So if you know, if you've got the swimming carnival straight up or anything like that, that's actually 2 columns there, so you can have a list of them. It looks, at first I thought it was very short. I thought I'm going to have way more activities than that, but that's actually 2 columns there for each term. And then this is your year at a glance. So this will have your national dates in there, you know, New Year's Day, Australia Day, that sort of a thing. It won't have your state ones though, so I've had to go in and fill in that. So I've just put in Staff Development Day, Students Return, and I've marked off the weeks. And yes, for New South Wales, we have 11 weeks in our first term. And look at where our public holidays fall, in holidays. Isn't that fun? So I've just gone through, and again, I've put all the weeks in there for the year, and I've put our state public holidays, and I'm going to obviously fill that in as time goes on with special events. Obviously not with everything, just a main overview of things that we need. This next page here is just if you want to record student achievements awards. So, you know, if you're giving them out, what it's for, writing it down, depending on what your school system is. It's one way of recording it. I've never actually used this, the curriculum overview, so I'm not sure what other people's would look like, but I've never used that. So I'm just skipping ahead. Parent-student interviews. I like this because you can keep your minutes in detail about what you spoke with the parent, but this just gives you an overview. So if you've got a parent that you need to see consistently, if they might have a health concern and you have to document all those dates that you meet with them about, you know, changing their healthcare, all those dates are in there as a bit of an overview. And, you know, you can always color code or whatever if you need to, but it just gives you that snapshot of which parents that you've had to meet with or talk to. Next one, we've got another contacts directory. If you work with external organisations, speechies, OTs, you might work with local police or something like that, and you just want to keep their contacts somewhere safe. And an additional needs student register. So this I've never used myself because I always use the plans, but I kind of like the idea that you can just have an overview of what you're doing. This one here, so an excursions log, extra and replacement classes, And then we've got a couple of pages here for behaviour and follow-up action. Now again, depending on what system in your school you use, we have an online system, but I like the idea of having this just overview that I could use here, just basic information, not the details, just basic issue, problem, fight on the playground, what was the follow-up action, and just have that overview there. They've got professional development contacts in here, lots and lots of numbers and things in there. That goes for a couple of pages. And then we've got the Australian Professional Teaching Standards. So if you're working towards accreditation, or if you're working towards highly accomplished or lead accreditation, this is all in here. Just a bit of a snapshot for you if you want to look back and reflect on something really quickly without digging into all of your paperwork that you've been building towards that. This next section, we've got habitual wellbeing and resilience. So there's information in there with just some tips on wellbeing, a template for professional development summary, nice overview. This is very, very important because quite frankly, we can't always trust our online systems. It's always good to have a hard copy somewhere. And again, a curriculum planner. This goes for a couple of pages. Learning area sketches, starting out survival strategy. So like this is the first day, your first week, first months of teaching. These are just some tips and bits of advice that they're providing for you. And a lot of these things are really beneficial. I recommend sitting down and actually reading these things. They're good. So continuing through. This is just January sort of time calendar there that you can use before the term actually starts. We don't need a day planner in those weeks leading up to it, but you might have things going on. You might be meeting with your team or getting things together. So that's there too. This is where the weekly planner starts. So it goes Monday to Friday, and then it has a little section down here for the weekend, and it's got the dates on there for this year. It's specific to the year. You have a calendar at the top here to use, and some other sections too that I'll go through. So across the top, you've got some times mapped out for each day. And for this, obviously, I don't think you would plan out your whole day like that. There's not enough room. I think I'm going to use this for, things that stand out. So meetings, obviously. So I've got a PDP meeting there, meeting with the team there, LST meeting there, reminder that there's stage sport there. Just those things that pop out, not the whole day. So the first day is public holiday. I like the fact that these are color-coded as you go down, so you know which one's which. I would prefer there to be a very thin line to just separate those things, but that's just me. This is what my staff development day looks like. So just going through the day, and then what I've done here is like a mock timetable for what it might look like if I was on class. So, at 9 o'clock, this is my morning session here because this would be our first meal break. So, having an introduction, doing some icebreakers, doing some writing. After having our break, coming in for maths and doing these activities. And then at the end of the day, chilling out a bit, doing some book covers and maybe introducing the job chart to the kids so that can start tomorrow. So I don't expect these things, obviously. This is not the detail that you would put into a lesson plan. It's just that broad overview so that if someone else comes into your class, they can pick up where you've left off. So other sections on this page, we've got priorities this week. So, that would be different for a classroom teacher, but for me, those are going to be my priorities in the first week. There's some a spot here for notes and resources, if you've got to go collect some things to prepare and correct. And there's a little spot here where you can just date, time, any calls, emails, or parent meetings. So if you've got to do this really quickly on the go, you don't have your other diary with you or you don't have your detailed system with you, quickly note it down there so you don't forget. And then if you've got something on the weekend, you can remind yourself, might remind yourself you've got a wedding there on the Sunday, which means, you're going to be pretty tired on Monday. Get your stuff together Friday afternoon so you don't have to worry about it Monday morning. And then that weekly section continues right to the back into December. There's the last week there. And then we've got some more sections here at the back. This is where we start to get into sort of assessments and things. So primary assessment record, there's some details there. This is the part that I really like. So in this section, you would write down your student names down here and your grade, semester, whatever it is, and then you're going to give it a title up the top here. So let's pretend that this is going to be recording the kids' reading levels, their PM levels. So I'm going to put, my first column here would be term 4 2018. I want to know what level they were on at the end of last year, and I would do that in red so that it stands out. And then I'm going to have, you know, weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, or weeks 2, 4, 6, whatever you recorded at. I would have something every single week, because I think someone in your class should be getting assessed each week. Maybe not all kids, but someone should be getting assessed. And then you just document in there what levels they're up to. And if, you know, you're finding that there's no movement, maybe you can highlight it so you know not to miss that child. And when you get over this side, there's, you know, notes and comments on there. So maybe little Johnny went overseas for 2 weeks, or hasn't returned from school for the first 4 weeks of school, and that's going to impact what's going on with his results. But this is the bit that I like. This bit here, it's perforated, so you can tear that off, so you don't have to write their names every single time. I could then put this as, I don't know, homework checklist. The name's already written down for me, and I can just tick off the weeks that they've done homework. And you can keep doing that throughout this whole assessment section, which is quite a lot. So this is a really good section there for just getting that snapshot. You're still going to have other templates probably to hand in results and anecdotal records, but this is just a nice broad snapshot for you to refer to. There's a template here for anecdotal assessment record. And there's a few pages of that. I'll just skip through. Oh my gosh, there's more of that than I thought. And then we've got home class directories, not so much used in primary schools too much, but you might have that. If you want to take notes at meetings, here's a good spot for it. Not all meetings, you know, you take your laptop to, or you might be doing hands-on things and you want to just make notes. And then there's a 2020 advanced planner in there for, you know, when you get to the end of the year and you've got to start mapping out times, but you haven't got your new calendar yet. And then this is something I like. We've got a personal expenditure tax record. That definitely wouldn't be enough space for me. Travel claims. This is a good one too, because we quite often forget about doing these. So having that is a good one, because remember, you can claim petrol on tax for work related, obviously. This page is a master page for if you have a casual teacher taking your class for the day. So, you know, you can photocopy this and hand write on there the things that they need to know, and just instructions for them. And if there's any, you know, important information about students, you can put that on there, and it's got on their permission that you can photocopy that to use. And then some more professional development templates there too. This is an order form if you want to get more things there. So I've just circled down here. This is the planner that we got. We ordered more than 10 because we got it for staff, so it was $21.95. But even if you're only buying one for yourself, $23.95, which I think is a good price for what you get. And I'm not sure if it included the price of the plastic cover, which I love though, because I mean, I've got this on the kitchen bench at the moment, which I wiped down, but you know, I'm a mum, I've got kids, we work with kids, things get sticky and messy. So this just, you know, you can wipe it off and clean it. It's really easy to use. So as I said, the planners come in lots of different versions. You can see in that order list that there are heaps of different styles on there, and my principal had a completely different one to staff just because that layout doesn't work for her. And the one that she got, they were happy to sort of do a different one in our order. It didn't cost us any extra to do something different for her. And just being able to personalize those planners to your school, I don't know, it just makes it a bit more appealing to me. So you can see lots of things that I like about this planner. I really do like this planner, and I look forward to using it a bit better this year than what I did last year. Last year I had the planner and a diary, and I ended up using the diary more than the planner, and that's probably because I'm off class. So I guess I didn't look at it as something that I would use in that way, but I plan on using it as my diary and planner this year, just so that I haven't got two different things going. So already in there I can see wonderful things that, you know, my teams are going to be able to use. I may not use everything in there, but I know my teaching staff who are on class will be utilizing a lot of that stuff. And I think for the price that we pay, you get a lot of value out of that book. Everything is within arm's reach there. Sorry, I keep pointing this way because I've got it next to me here. So I definitely recommend it as a buy. Like I said before, I'm not affiliated with Createl or anything like that. Hands up, this is just my honest opinion on the particular planner that we're using at my school. So if anyone wants any information regarding that order sheet or anything, if you missed it, just send me a message. My description is below the video here. You just click below and open it up. So if you're watching this in Twitter or Facebook or something, just open this up into YouTube and you'll see the description below, which has my Facebook and Twitter and everything on there. Just send me a private message through one of those. And I'm happy to screenshot something and send it to you privately if you want to see a bit more detail in any of that as well. So stick with me through the rest of the series. I've got a video on programming coming up, setting up a classroom, accreditation, and I think the next one I'm going to be filming is student contracts. And when I say contracts, I mean like a mini project, something that's really good for early finishers. So I'm going to leave it there for today though. I'm going to put my subscription button there. I am so close to reaching 7,000 subscribers, which is something I never thought I would reach. And I'll put another video at the top there. I'll probably put my other back to school series from a previous year just in case you want to have a look. Thanks guys. Bye.